Hey Libra, welcome to your July 2024 bonus reading. It's going to be your full moon in Capricorn reading. The full moon that we're going to be having will be on July 21st. However, these energies are already playing out now if you're watching this video before the 21st, and they'll be playing out after the 21st as well until we really step into the new moon in Leo, which will be 2 weeks from now. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. I hope you're all doing well. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll take you straight to my website, and you'll also notice that the readings are still on sale too. So let's go ahead and jump in here, Libra, and let's take a look here in regards to your situation and what's going on. I'm seeing a lot of you like in this, in this very passionate, defiant energy here. And I think it's all coming from this Five of Cups being in the challenge, like the challenge of what this full moon has brought, which the Five of Cups can be like disappointment, right? It could be also too things that have made you angry or upset, or just things that you could be struggling with emotionally that you're trying to overcome. But something's like clicking here to where it's like you're not going to allow these things to hold you back anymore. Like with this Nine of Wands being in your current energy, it's like you're going to do everything that you can do that's within inside your power here to change things. And speaking of change, you do have this Temperance here for the overall energy. Here. And the Temperance deals with taking what is useful, discarding what is not. It's this process of learning, right? Because the Temperance is the archetype of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius does deal with wisdom, learning, education, and kind of tapping into the higher mind of things, right? Looking back and reflecting on your experiences and seeing like what you can improve and do to make things different. And also Temperance could be healing as well. With the Five of Cups being in the challenge, there could be things that you're healing from, or you're doing this deeper sense of healing at this time. But it's almost in a way it's like you're starting to find motivation here with the Nine of Wands. Right, and even if you're kind of in an energy to where you could be lacking that motivation, I see you at least kind of having the energy, the Nine of Wands, to be able to like transmute any type of lower negative emotions into like being like, okay, like I'm gonna let this like drive me to be better. I think you can tap into that at this time with the Nine of Wands and your current energy. I think the emphasis really with this full moon is being placed on this Palace of Coins, which is the advice for this full moon. Which the Palace of Coins is like really points to like our stability, right? When it comes to our work, our career, our foundation, our roots. And so the Palace of Coins is about how can we make our foundation, our careers, our lives more prosperous, right? How can we build the value up? We need to focus on building things that will help support us, right? And allow for us to be in that prosperous energy. You have the King of Cups in your future position. Yeah, very interesting. I feel like there's a turnaround with this Five of Cups coming up in the future. You slip into this King of Cups energy, which is the temperament of being like, the King of Cups knows how to adjust to anything emotionally, right? And he also knows how to like ground himself emotionally. But he does come always from a place of like love and devotion. So whatever the situation is bringing to your awareness of like where you can actually really start to devote yourself to these things that you really care about. So I'm seeing you in the future position, like being in this more graceful energy with pure devotion to the things that you need for yourself emotionally and the things that you want to create spiritually for yourself in your life. You did pull the Knight of Swords in the outcome, so something here interesting, like your energy is shifting a lot here. You go from the Knight of Wands, King of Cups, Knight of Swords. You're starting to be more direct and having a better, clearer understanding of things here, which is giving you like clarity. It's bringing clarity. It's giving you a sense of direction, right? And a freeness and a lightness to be able to do what it is that you need to do. That Five of Cups things could be a little heavy at this time. You did pull the Nine of Swords here in the position of something you're unaware of. And the Nine of Swords is like stress, anxiety. It's like the never-ending nightmare. It's like these questions that we have or these things that are on our mind. And it's like, and we can even feel overwhelmed. And so this card really calls forth to not allow your mind to become too dispersed. It's like, okay, yes, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to figure out. in order for me to really figure this all out, it's like I have to selectively focus on one thing at a time. Because if you try to do everything at one time, or if you try to think about everything at one time, right, or rush the process of things, like you're going to be stuck in this never-ending nightmare of like stress or worry. Definitely there's a heaviness, with this full moon in Capricorn. This is the second one, right? And Capricorn does deal with heavy, right? Things that are heavy, right? It deals with like concrete and stuff like that. So you have living light energy. You see the beauty in life here. Yeah, and whatever, I think you're trying to get back to that graceful energy, right? But there's been things that have happened to where maybe it's changed your perception, right? You're not seeing the beauty in life. But I think you're starting to reconnect here. You're starting to, it could be heavy right now, but once, we come off this full moon and we start coming into the new moon in Leo, there is a more lighter energy with things, which I feel like that's what's going to help you kind of see the beauty again with things. But you're in a process of creating beauty, the temperance, right? You're in a process of restoring things, bringing harmony back into things. But it's like you're figuring out like what works, what doesn't work, and you're kind of having to make adjustments, right, to restore things. He pulled this rose card. It says love here. So it looks, one thing I do see positively happening here is your love life. Things look good in regards to love. Or things could be turning in a better direction when it comes to love as well. You have this see with your heart, the time is now to hear the messages here. Also too, I'm seeing a lot of you here really allow yourself to emotionally like let go of things that could have been could have kept you binded, right? Or that could have just been heavy in general. And so by you releasing that and actually like in your heart opening back up, now it's like now's the time for you to start, moving in the direction of like your heart's desires. But I think there's things that right now that are going on to where you're having to like deal with and figure out before like you can fully be in that energy. Clarify this temperance card for the overall energy for Libra, please. You pulled this wolf card. It says instinct. I think it's important for you at this time to listen to your instincts as well here, because your instincts are very powerful. And I think, at this time, they're really here to help guide you. Clarify the Knight of Wands in your current energy. You pulled this Castle card. It says alignment here. Yep, you're now allowing yourself to align with your destiny and take action and take the actions that are necessary for yourself. Right, with that Knight of Wands and this alignment card. Clarify the Five of Cups in your challenge. You have the Mountain. It says goals here. So yeah, the challenge and the disappointment could be around like your goals, right? And speaking of mountains, Capricorn rules mountains, right? That's why Capricorn's symbol is the goat. Think about goats. They climb mountains. They know how to get to the top of the mountain, right? And this full moon was in your fourth house, right? So it does deal with the foundation possibly of your career and your goals and things that you're having to attend to and really look at and see like, okay, what are the things that are keeping me stuck, or what are the things that I have to release so I can have a good career, or that I can excel in my career, or that I can create my ideal vision or pursue the things in which, are my goals. Which is interesting why the Palace of Coins is here for the advice. Which just says crown accomplishment. It's like focusing on what you want to accomplish. And the Palace of Coins can point to career and status. It can point to like hierarchy and stuff like that. If the full moon's in your fourth, then the sun, that's the sun in Cancer's in the 10th of career. So I feel like the universe is like still wanting you to maintain your focus on your goals, and the mountain that you're climbing here. Yes, there could be some things setting you back, maybe some personal things going on in your personal life that you're having to attend to and having to adjust. But all these things that are coming up for you at this time is so you can really see like what has been below the surface when it comes to the roots of where things could actually be stopping your growth. And so you're attending to those roots of things, which is going to allow for more growth. So just keep the emphasis and the focus here on your career and the work that you're doing, and building that ideal, prosperous reality that you're wanting for yourself. Clarify the King of Cups here in the future. You pull this rose card, it says promise, and you have 2 roses in this read, which deals with love. So you could be having very strong support when it comes to your relationships here coming up in the future. When it could be even romantically as well, but also just support here. So that's something to look forward to. Clarify this Knight of Swords in the outcome. You pulled this chain attachment card. Yep. Think about air. You can't really predict a breeze and what direction it's going to come from. Maybe a little bit, but like you can't predict like when air is going to, or when there's going to be a breeze. And symbolically what that represents is like your ideas and newer things that you're thinking about, like coming into your consciousness, and you having the freedom to be able to act on those things because you're releasing whatever this attachment was. And I feel like the attachment was this 5 of Cups energy in your challenge. Something emotionally that maybe you've have held on to or were holding on to, or something here that could have been keeping you stuck. It's like now you're free and liberated here. Clarify the 9 of Swords in the position of something that you're unaware of. Oop. You pulled this leaf card, it says change. Some of you, because you're noticing things changing, or maybe you're wanting to make changes, this is about allowing yourself to turn a new leaf, right? Allow yourself to turn a new leaf. Because the 9 of Swords can be stress or anxiety or worry that is caused by just our thoughts alone, right? About change or about things that are going on, or whether or not we should make changes. It's like if you feel intuitively with your instincts, the overall energy, temperance, that it's time for change and innovation, right? And letting go and discarding what's not working and starting to bring in newer things, newer ideals, right, to improve your situation. The universe is definitely encouraging you to do that. You pull this eternal union, new love is forming. So there's new love happening. See, y'all just think I'd be saying shit. I know what I'd be saying. There's new love forming. I'm also feeling for yourself, there's a new love forming. I don't want to say for yourself, but there's a deeper sense of rootedness when it comes to your overall emotional, spiritual foundation that is giving you a more fulfilling and spiritually fulfilling energy. You pulled this rice card, it says nourishment. And this is about nourishing the things that you love. If you have good relationships in your life at this time, nourish those relationships. But also you could be receiving nourishment from people, right, in relationships that could be uplifting you here. But it's also giving yourself the nourishment that you need and the self-love that you need, right? And also, self-love can look like, I'm going to pursue these goals and these things for myself because this is what I want. I don't want to do what everybody expects from me, or do it a way in which, or do things that other people want, right? It's about what do you want, not ignoring your needs anymore. You pull this past life emotion lives in you. You're expressing more, it is releasing, and that's that 5 of Cups in your current energy, in your challenge. That you're releasing and letting go of. So these things, you are moving through these things. And I think for the most part, you've kind of dealt with the very, very heaviness of things prior to this reading. And I think there's just a little bit of things here that you're just releasing, like a little bit left that's needing to be released. But then the restoring with the King of Cups happens here. So So that's what I got for you, Libra. I'm gonna leave your reading here. I appreciate you for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll take you straight to my website, and then from there you can just purchase a reading. The readings are on sale at this time as well. Also, I encourage you to subscribe, of course, and hit the notification bell as well, so that way you get notified whenever I upload your videos or whenever I go live. And if you're newer to the, or not newer, if this video resonated with you, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. Otherwise than that, Libra, I'm wishing you the best, and I'll see you in your next video.